Dancing cat, a dancing count? I'm dizzy.
Hey, it's me B and welcome to my channel. As this is like the first video on my channel, I thought I should, kick this off with one of my all-time favorite movies, The Cheetah Girls, and more specifically, I'll be talking about the character Aqua. So as we all know, The Cheetah Girls was a massively popular, dare I say iconic, musical series on Disney Channel. In fact, the franchise was so successful that I ended up getting 2 whole movies. Yes, 2, because we will not be acknowledging that third one. Who watched the third movie? Anyways, The Cheetah Girls gave us some of the best music, the most iconic looks, and the best quotes from our childhood.
Let's bounce, girls. Cheetah Girls are unavailable.
Yeah! Now, I don't know about you guys, but I strongly remember Aqua being this sassy, strong-headed girl in the first movie, who I was kind of afraid of. So you can imagine the utter confusion that I had when she opened up her mouth to talk in the second movie. It was like watching a completely different girl. So just to give you guys a better idea of what I'm talking about, allow me to read the description of Aqua from the Cheetah Girls wiki page. Okay, so it says, Aqua Walker is one of the main characters of the Cheetah Girls series. She was a warm personality. She has a twin sister, Angie Walker, who does not appear in the films. Aqua is very religious and attends church every Sunday. And unlike her sister Angie, she's aggressive and speaks her mind when she's unhappy. Now tell me why the Cheetah Girls 2 version Aqua is the exact opposite of that. How do you go from a character that says stuff like this?
Not your song, so you want to walk. You didn't handle this. Now I will. You're just mad because he won't do your material, right? Someone needs to talk to her. And when I say somebody, I mean you. Miss Chanel, the time is now.
To stuff like this.
Dancing cat, a dancing count? I'm dizzy.
Well, my professor's doing research on structures of membrane proteins at atomic resolution. I guess I could glom into that. Oh my gosh, a shooting star! Come here! Look at shooting star!
It just doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. In the first movie, Aqua is never afraid to speak her mind or to stand up for herself when she's talking to the other girls. But in the second movie, she barely speaks up. In fact, it almost seems like she's a little bit too scared to speak up for herself. She has this hesitant way of talking, and it's a really weird vibe. She kind of comes off as timid in the second movie, which is not at all how her character was portrayed in the first movie. And if you notice, when she speaks in the second film, she kind of speaks a little bit slower. Just the way she talks is kind of different, almost like she's afraid to actually say what's on her mind. And if you notice in the first film, Doe and Chanel were kind of afraid to speak up to her in the movie, but in the second movie, they do not hesitate to tell her what's up. They really don't. It's almost like she's not even a threat anymore. I mean, just look at the difference between Aqua in the second movie. Just look at how scared and uncomfortable she is to even speak up.
Aqua, that's 15 minutes.
You can't rush through an opportunity like this, and besides, that dress needs me.
Yeah, 14.
Okay. And my father gave me a list of souvenirs that I can bring back if we can go.
She thinks I dumped her for Marisol.
You did.
And how would you know that, Miss Fashion Designing Diva?
Another thing that I noticed, which is probably not that big of a deal, but where was her Texas accent? In the first movie, she didn't really have it for that long. She had it for maybe a few scenes here and there whenever she needed to bring it out, but she didn't even have the accent in the second movie, and she only mentioned Texas one time. And another thing I want to bring up is just how goofy she kind of sounded in the second movie. I'm not gonna call her dumb, because she wasn't dumb. She actually wasn't. She wanted to be a doctor, apparently, according to the wiki page, even though it wasn't really touched upon in the first movie, nor really was it brought up in the second movie, besides the scene where she was talking about all her classes that she's taking. She wasn't dumb. It's just she got all the goofy lines. She got all of the embarrassing lines. And I really tried rationalizing it. I'm like, okay, 3 years have passed since the first movie. They're seniors in high school now, or almost seniors in high school. So okay, maybe she just changed most people do. But if that was the case, literally every single girl would be different from the first movie to the second movie. All the other girls would have these drastic character changes, but it was just her. It was just her. And I know I'm not imagining things because Doe literally does not know who she is in the second movie.
I guess I could glom into that.
Who are you sometimes? I'm just wondering.
And there's this thing called character development, which is basically you seeing a character change in front of your very eyes in a movie or TV show. But that has purpose, you can see why that happens. But Aqua had no character development. None. She just became a different character overnight. Gabriella, she had actual character development. In the first movie, you can see that she's this bossy and sensitive, selfish leader to being a real team player in the second movie. In the second movie, she actually took the members' feelings into consideration, and she was a hard worker, and she genuinely wanted the group to do well. And that is actual character development. And you can see Gabriella change in the first movie, and that's how you know why she's like that in the second movie. But Aqua, like, first of all, Aqua had no reason to develop anything because they never even really went into depth with her character in the first movie at all. Like in the first movie, we know nothing about her. You'll notice that in the first movie, we did not even see her parents. And if we did, they didn't talk at all. We saw Doe's parents, we saw Gabriella's parents a whole lot, and we saw Chanel's, but not even in the second movie did we see her parents. And also, like, we didn't even know she had a twin because it wasn't even mentioned in the movies. It wasn't mentioned in the first movie, wasn't mentioned in the second movie. It might have been mentioned in the third movie, I don't care, because I didn't watch the third movie. But like, it's just, like, it makes sense why Disney thought they could get away with that, because obviously we don't know anything about her, so out of all characters, she'd probably be the easiest to, you know, change her personality, but just why? Like, why? Honestly, who knows? The movies were based off of the books, and I never read the books, but maybe Aqua did go through this personality change in the books too, and Disney was just following suit. I mean, I don't know. If you guys read the books, let me know in the comments. But I don't know, I'm pretty sure some of you guys are gonna think this is so relevant and I'm just being overdramatic and this is so stupid, but I don't know, maybe some of you guys might find this interesting and some of you guys might have thought this too before. But yeah, if there's at least one thing we could take away from this, it's that at least Disney didn't pull my wife and kids. Yeah. All right, anyways guys, thanks for watching. You know, comment below any thoughts you have on this pressing issue, and I'll catch you guys later.